let's get into something we've been teasing all show. And Cody Big Johnson, the voice of God, you were the one who brought this to our attention and came up with this idea. So thank you. So please explain yourself here and these NASCAR driver tiers and what we're about to talk about. I'm putting you on the spot, Cody Big Johnson, the voice of God.
I would just say that it's how we are ranking them, who you think is the best to the 2025 season. It's obviously opinion driven.
Yes.
Nothing is factual on any of this.
Well, I mean,
depending on whose list you're looking at.
Oh yeah, okay. Yes, this is. Oh, we're gonna fire some people
that's
out.
Tease.
Shout out to Brian again in the chat. I don't think any of us are gonna be in Chicago, but hopefully we see you. I know Cole has some more races coming up that he's gonna attend in NASCAR.
I am trying to get to Atlanta at the end of the month.
Ooh.
It's our off week here at SpeedFreaks, but I can't stay away from racing. So I've been trying to get there.
Thanks
and
for
Dover as well.
So thanks for hanging out, Brian. We'll see. If anything, we'll see you at Phoenix come November, I'm sure. Anyway, okay, so let's get to our tier lists. Who do we want? Cody, you're Cody Big Johnson, the voice of God. You can pick who we start with, and then whoever you pick, please explain yourself and why you chose what you chose, and then we'll debate it.
I'm just gonna let you ask a question about it because there's a lot of drivers to talk about.
Hold on, I gotta move. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I can't see this.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Okay, this is for 2025.
Yeah, and my general overall feel about them. Kind of.
Do you want to weigh in first at all or no?
Okay, so I see. Okay, this is too even for me. That's my big thing. Like everything's too even. Like it's not there. To me, there should be more. You'll see when we get to mine in a second.
I thought about changing mine when I saw yours.
Yeah,
I thought the same thing. It was a little too even.
Yeah, because like there's two. Like to me, especially anymore. Guys, there's such a big drop-off between who's good and who's not anymore.
Yeah.
In 2023, in the first few years of the next-gen era, something like that would have made more sense to me. But now, like, there's such a big drop-off anymore between your elite championship contenders and then literally everybody else. So that's my takeaway from you. Bring that back up again because I want to see who you have on your S tier. Okay, this is what's sticking out to me. Why do you have 4 guys in your S tier? S tier is like...
Because I feel like those 4 drivers, at literally any week, one of those guys could win.
So this is your championship 4 in a way.
You could put it that way, sure.
Okay, that kind of makes sense.
You could put it that way.
So,
I'll accept that.
Can I jump in here?
Yeah.
My question is, why do you have Brad Keselowski, who just scored his second top 10 of the season, in the A tier?
Well, I said it was kind of based on general feel, too.
General feel?
I feel like he's one of just the veterans.
He's had speed. I get that.
If you were to put him in a Hendrick seat, he's winning 3 races this year.
Well, yeah, of course.
That's kind of how I feel. I wasn't necessarily ranking them on their car. I was ranking them on them and what they're able to do. I mean, you could see hosts of art up there, and all these people are kind of higher than what they should be, but that's just because they're overdriving some.
No, I definitely have some of those on mine as well. So I have to mention
people that are outperforming their equipment is kind of where it laid.
Right.
But
that's a good way to describe it. Okay, that's Cody Big Johnson, the voice of God. That is his list. Let's go to Cole's list. Cole, you're next.
Nice.
And there you are.
All right. Yeah. So the S tier has to be, obviously, I just mentioned. I don't want to go too deep on Byron and Larson. Obviously, as being 2 of the best in the sport right now. But Christopher Bell, I feel like after he got those 3 consecutive wins, there were very lofty expectations to live up to, and it was almost like he wasn't meeting those expectations. But you look at his season stats; he's definitely been right up there with them. I mean, Christopher Bell, second most top 10s this year, and tied for second best average finish in the series. So I know stats aren't always a great determining factor, but he's been in a lot of races this season. I don't know that he's had as much race-winning speed as the 24 and the 5, but you look at the numbers and just kind of how he's done overall, he's definitely been one of the best drivers all year. Denny Hamlin is kind of self-explanatory. I think he's been...
Hey, you called it today, man. He won the race today, so there's a reason he's in the A tier.
Yeah, I
3
mean...
race wins this year.
Tied for most wins, second in top 5s, but 6 finishes outside the top 20 is what did it for me with Denny Hamlin. I feel like, those 3 guys that they're pick and choose can win any week. Denny's definitely that next driver down that can get it done. And then going off what Cody said with his tier for A, I went with that for B. I have Carson Osavar in there, Ryan Preece, and I would also add Josh Berry, actually, as 3 drivers that are well outperforming their equipment and their expectations going into this season. I kind of alluded to
Hocevar is way too high.
You think so?
Way too high. He's got all of the talent in the world, as he proved again today at Michigan, but his results, he's still just outside the top 16 to make the playoff cut right now. That's way too high for me.
And but my thing is, so you look at his teammates, Michael McDowell and Justin Haley both have 1 top 10 this year.
Yeah, so he's outperforming his teammates. Yeah,
and he's had race-winning speed the last 3 weeks. You know, and you could argue all year he's had the speed to contend.
Right.
But yeah, it's a matter of putting it all together.
They were showing the comparison on Prime between Hocevar and his teammates, and he was second. Everybody else was 22nd and 25th. I think.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy.
He's definitely outdriving his stuff.
Okay, so if you take a look at Cole's list, you'll see somebody who's right in the middle of that chart right there in the C tier.
Yes. Now you're gonna point it.
This is the perfect freaking transition. Cody, bring up the best list. Let's go. Come on. Take a look at Richard C. Suave's list right there. And I'm not trolling with this, y'all. Y'all are gonna look at this, Freak Nation. Cody Big Johnson, the voice of God, Cole Money Kusamano, you guys look at this list, you're going to be like, what the F is this guy smoking? Why is a guy who is like barely inside of the top 10 in points on his own in the elite tier? I explained it earlier in the show. He is, to me, the epitome of what it means to be a Hall of Fame elite driver. It's Joey Logano. He's the guy to beat for the championship every year. And he's got 3 championships right now. He's not even 35, dude. Like, he's still going to be around for a decade, and he's still going to win 2 or 3 more championships.
Easily.
I'm sorry. He may not be the...
Who's laughing now?
Like, he may not be the guy to beat every week, but when I think of a driver, when I think of an athlete, I want championship DNA. And that's what Joey Logano brings, and that's why he is on the elite tier. For me. Come at me, bro. I know you guys are pissed off because we talked about it in our chat, so come at me.
I'm not pissed off, actually. I 1,000% agree with all of what you just said. But my list was geared towards what we've seen through 15 races this year. And through 15 races, Joey Logano, 4 top 10s, very inconsistent. What I will say is he's been trending in the right direction. 3 top 10s over his last 4 starts. Had a really puzzling result today. Just really wasn't a contender at all in this one. But I had thoughts of putting him in the B tier for that reason, trending up in the right direction. But overall, I need to see more from that team. If he would have got a top 10 today, or at least contended for a top 10, I would have put him in there. But I got to see more from that team.
Cody Big Johnson, why are you pissed off at me? I know you are.
I wouldn't say I'm pissed off, but I'm definitely confused how the man in the blue suit there is not on that top row.
I explained it already, bro.
I know you explained.
Kyle Larson.
I'm just gonna be confused.
Kyle Larson is again like I will not deny his talent. I know like we've joked about him on this show. I have about in terms of like he's not the greatest driver, etc. But he's good, man. He is. There's a reason why I have him and Christopher Bell together. Christopher Bell was my pick to win the championship at the beginning of the season. Christopher Bell is seemingly always in the championship 4, and he should have been in the championship 4 last year if he didn't get screwed over by NASCAR's shitty decision at Martinsville.
That was pretty bad.
I said that too at the time. I thought that was stupid. I thought Christopher Bell deserved that spot. But so that's why I have those 2 there. Is those 2 are my championship contenders, and they're always going to be the guys that are going to contend for championships. And then you kind of go down from there. My B tier, if you look at it's mostly past champions. Shout out to the past champions, except for Denny Hamlin, and I put Denny Hamlin in the B tier because he's a Hall of Fame driver. We talked about it. He's 11th all time wins. He's in the B tier, and then just like everybody else, my C tier is guys who are all NASCAR Cup Series winners at some point times in their career. That's what that is, except for Carson Osavar, who I have in the C tier because I've been impressed with how he's been driving this year. And in B tier, I don't know who half those guys are. No offense. Bring that back up, Cody. Bring that back up, damn it. Name the guy here. Cole, name the guy in the green. This guy.
It's Zane Smith. I love Zane Smith.
Who's next to him?
John Hunter Nemechek.
Who's that guy?
Cody Ware. That's Cody Ware.
What about him?
Daniel Suarez, Eric Jones, Chandler Smith,
God damn it.
Todd Gilliland. Come
frick-
at me, bro.
You're proving me wrong.
What I was going to say is that if you're talking about like overall careers mixed with what we've seen in 2025,
Yeah.
I agree with a bulk of that list.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you. See, I'm right. As always, I'm
Logano
right.
analysis-
Cody Big
analysis
Johnson, go ahead.
spot on.
I also agree your list is not that refutable. It's okay. I'll give it to you.
Told you,
I'm gonna hold a personal bias against the man in that blue suit. And I know it's just because you have a hatred for me that you talk shit about Larson.
That's
So
not
here we
true. Cody Big Johnson, the voice of God. I do not hate you, okay? That's
I
not
know.
true. I don't have no personal hatred towards you or Kyle Larson, okay? I just tell people
It's all love.
That
Richie.
second part,
It's
I
all
don't know
love.
about that.
I just speak the truth and I speak the facts. So I think all of us did a good job putting that together.
fun.
We
It
will
was
ask
fun.
we'll ask Kenny and Crash to do the same thing for Wednesday because I want to see what their lists look like too.
I want to see Crasher's IndyCar list.
Ooh, me too.
that
yeah.
would be a nice little twist.
Yeah.
We should maybe do that for WWT coming up. We should
Yeah,
do
I like that.
this again, but with IndyCars.
Okay.
I think she'll enjoy that
Okay.
too.
I can dig that. That would be fun to do. Before we go to break, let's go to our chat here. Blake, thank you, Blake. Shout out. Hate to admit it, but that makes perfect sense.
With Logano, probably.
Speaking about my list, yes.
Spot on, man.
How do you know that was about your list and,
And
not
I
mine or
wish
Cole's?
we had a. Oh, I'm sorry.
Say that again.
How do you know that was about your list and not mine or Cole's?
It says Rich C right there.
Okay,
It's totally
fine.
about
I'll let you
Logano.
have it.
So that's me.
I wish we would have gotten like you framed up for that spiel because that's definitely like social media content worthy. And it'll piss people off, but it's so goddamn true. There is nobody better at closing and contending when
Yes.
it matters than Joey Logano and the entire 22 team. Paul Wolfe, in my opinion, best crew chief in the garage area, superseding Cliff Daniels and guys like that. Like
Cole's just explaining why my list was the best. I know. You know what?
No,
I would put all the lists up at SpeedFreaks on Twitter. We can let people chime in and see who's right and who's wrong. Real quick, let's go to Brian again here. He's asking why there's no F tier. Ty Gibbs lives by himself because he can't compete in a JGR car.
Hey, it'd be pretty much him and Austin Dillon.
Hey, Ty ran good today, man. He had a good run.
Ty did.
Yeah.
He has some surprising speed in that race, yeah.
All right, that was the debut. I thought that was a great segment, personally.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a great segment.
Good job, Cody.
Nice work. I like that. We'll do
Appreciate that.
I really like that on a weekly basis. I think I'd like to start doing that. I think that'll be fun and see
Mm-hmm.
if any of our lists change as it comes along. My list can change because if you win a race, you get bumped up. Automatically get bumped up.
We should clarify, though, that yours is like career long, basically.
Mine's
right?
like an overall
Yeah.
arcing thing rather than just this season. So there's a lot of bias. Go ahead, Cody Big Johnson, the voice of God.
Host of our wins a race. That puts him in the B tier, and you're gonna have to hold up
Hell
to
yeah,
that.
baby. And then that would prove Cole right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell
he
yeah.
so he just needs to win 2, so then it can be the Larson and Carson show.
Ooh.
Larson and Carson show. I like that
That's
so
good.
much.